This is just my little jungle. I got some butternut squash growing. See it right there. There's another one. There's another one. And that's a new Angels Trumpet that you can see in the video from last April. It was really tiny back then. That's a Thai giant elephant ear. I think I got that from Logi's greenhouse out of Connecticut. That's my mother Angels Trumpet right there. That's where I took all my cuttings from this year. You can see one of them right there. There's my other one. And that one in the pot next to the peppers. Another cutting. That is a giant sunflower right there. Here's my tomatoes. My compost pile. And these are some citruses that I got from Logi's probably about a month ago. And my, one of my cactuses. Here's my other butternut squash. Right there. Tomatoes and my other Datura stramonium, the Jimson weed. See, they just kind of grow wild around here because this is just like a patch of crap right now. There's one, there's another, and there's another little tiny one right there. And all this is American pokeweed. It's really annoying. Kind of a pain to get rid of too. Here's one of my mulberries. It was cut back earlier in the year and it's starting to grow back really nicely, so hopefully it should put on a lot of fruit next June. And this is that wood pile from cutting down all the trees earlier in the season. Still got quite a bit. I burnt a few nice logs earlier in the season. Here's another. I think this is butternut squash from what it looks like. A few smaller elephant ears. Those aren't the Thai giants. Here's one of my purple elephant ears right there. It didn't do too good this year, but last year I had it grown quite large. I just cut it back probably about a week ago. Here's another small datura. And another purple elephant here right down in there. It's doing okay. That's just a piece of corn that decided to grow up out of nowhere. And some, I think these are morning glories. Here's another cutting that I took off that mother plant right there. Big one. This one didn't do as good as the other cuttings, but at least it's alive. This is my Meyer lemon, and you can see the lemon right there. It's a little bit, it's tiny, but it's growing. It's the biggest I've ever gotten out of it so far. I've had this thing since 2013, so it really really got nice and thick over the last few years. I think this is more butternut squash. And yeah, this is my mother plant for the Angels Trumpets. It's thick. Like, the branch down there is about as thick as my wrist. And got some flower buds on it. The flower buds are really, really long. Like, they will reach down a good 6 inches or more. That's another datura. And that's a banana. I think that's a Siam Red, if I remember. Thought I got that, I think last year or maybe the year before. And that is a Cornish crossed with a white Plymouth Rock hen. Sometimes she gives me eggs. A lot of times she just eats. Yeah, this is my Thai giant elephant here. And as you can see, it's quite large. Some years these leaves can be as long as a good 4 feet or more. This year it's not completely huge, but it's still pretty big. Oh hell, and this datura. It's a good 6 feet tall or more, 7 feet wide in one direction and 8 feet wide in the other. And this is one of my other cuttings from that datura, or the Angels Trumpet. See, it's got some nice flower buds on it. Hopefully we should be in full bloom in another week or so. See, my chicken really likes following me around the garden. That is this thing. It's a pygmy date palm. So that's from Logi's. I got a lot of plants from Logi's. This is another Cypress. Let's see if I can see what it is. This is a Ponderosa lemon. So, and Logi's has one, and it grows huge, huge lemons. It's actually a lemon crossed with a citron, I think. And this is a new Brugmansia Angels Trumpet that I got from Logi's this year. So it's really cool because it's very fuzzy and the leaves are serrated. Unlike, see how this one, the leaves are very elongated and not serrated. This one has very serrated leaves on it. I think it's one of the different species or hybrids. I'm not exactly sure what cultivar it is, but I think it's really cool. This is another Cypress. Let's see what kind it is. It is a blood orange. So it looks like it needs some fertilizer, so I'll hit it up later. We got our first nice downpour last night. probably rain for a good 10 minutes or more. It's been an extremely dry year. So, and this is one of my agave cuttings I finally took. So hopefully that takes. It should. And this plant, it's a night blooming cereus. So I've never had it bloom or flower or anything, and it's always stayed kind of small. So if you know how to, got any tips, leave a comment down below. And this is a key lime. So, and this is the first year I've had it. I got a bunch of citruses this year from Logies, and they all turned out really, really good. Good quality plants from those people. This is another Angels Trumpet that I got from Logies. I do not know what variety that is. And I got another plant from Logies, another Angels Trumpet from Logies. I'll leave the cultivars in the description. But it is, let's see if I can zoom in. It's this one right here. And that's a new one. It's still small. First year I've had that one. Tomatoes, got 8 I think. Some Romas and I think pink roll too. I think 3 pink rolls. Right there, those are the pink rolls. You know, I've been having to water my garden twice a week all summer long because it's been so dry. I don't know what our total rainfall has been so far this year, but it's been quite minimal. And weeds are taking over. This is, oh, we're about 1/3 of the way through August, so it's all like full growth for everything. And this datura here, I've never seen a datura grow so huge, but it's giant. So. This is an R citrus. I don't know what kind it is. I didn't write it on the container or anything. But I think it's a type of orange. So you can still see where the graft has been made. I keep having to like get rid of any offshoots on here. And every time I do, I realize that the little leaves and stuff, they smell so good. So good and sweet, very citrusy, like the entire plant. I never quite realized how fragrant they are. And this is just an abandoned vacant lot. There was a house here before I moved in, and it was torn down and grassed over before I even bought the place. But see, I planted it with a sunflower here. There's sunflower and some zinnias. Let's see, that's a zinnia that decided to grow up here. Got a really tiny datura. It never grew too big. Just kind of a seedling that decided to grow there from last year. I spread out a bunch of seeds everywhere, and what came up. So that's how that goes. And zinnias. This is just an assortment that I planted. 25-cent seed pack. I'm happy. Best 25-cent seed pack I've gotten so far in a while. In fact, let's take a walk around here and see. I don't know what this is. It grows every year, keeps coming back. Just the ground cover. Abandoned lot. I really want it. Clean it up. Take a while. But for right now, I at least got some flowers growing to make it look pretty, and because the insects seem to like it so much. This is another pepper plant. So I don't see nothing really worth picking right now. Still probably be a few more days or so. Another datura that actually does produce a little flower on it. So we'll take this little and deadhead it. And this looks like it's about to go into flower there. Or bloom. Some kohlrabi. I'll take off a leaf or two for the chicken. Be like, here you go, birdie. Got zinnias. The bees and butterflies go crazy over these plants though. So, and now that I know that they actually do good here, I'm going to plant a whole lot more next year. So yeah, that's how it's looking. I still got all this crap. A whole lot of crap here. Trying to make my little area over here look pretty. Yeah. Some lilies have come and gone. And these plants I got all around my property, they attract so many bees and butterflies throughout much of late August and into October until they pretty much all go to seed. So I don't know what they're called, but I keep growing them. I keep allowing them to spread everywhere. They're that good.